You want a big donkey and a small donkey?
Yeah,
Oh, you like ask your mum and dad buy you one for Christmas. It's coming up to Christmas in a couple of months. And we get some ice cream after. Oh, look.
Oh.
She can't see.
You don't see it? No. Come here. Come here. Oh.
Meerkat.com.
Hey. Very cute that.
There's some more over here.
See? Another one.
I'm glad they've got a few with them because they're social creatures. The one at that Dave's Aquarium, it's only on its own. It's a shame. Oh, there's a group of them under a heat lamp back there in compound. They're all huddled together, keeping warm. Oh, look at that baby one. Gee, the baby one here. Look at that one. Look at that baby one.
You'll see the baby.
The baby one here.
Can you pick him up?
Hello, Mr. Meerkat. You see him? You see over on that baby. See the baby one?
That's a cutie, isn't it?
Is it?
Oh, feeding time. Oh, they're having their dinner, aren't they? They know it's dinner time.
Right. Especially this little one, Pickle.
Yeah.
Alright everyone, so this is our family of meerkats. We have a family of 7 on the farm. We have 1 boy, 5 girls, and we have the baby one, which is Pickle. Pickle's around, I think he's around 14 weeks old now.
Oh.
So he's growing up fast. At first they wouldn't leave him alone, but the novelty's worn off a bit now. He's just one of the others, just one of the gang. So in the wild they can live in groups of up to 50 members, and there is always only 1 alpha male and 1 or 2 alpha females. And these are the only ones that are allowed to mate in the group. So the rest of them just do jobs within the group. So you might have noticed that one usually stands on watch. It's usually in one of the highest places it can get to. And it stands up looking around, and what we call this one is the sentry. And because they come from South Africa, they live in the Kalahari Desert. There's a lot in the Kalahari Desert there's a lot to be worried about there. So they have like lions, leopards, cheetahs, hyenas, jackals, large snakes and birds of prey. So there's lots of things to worry about. So there's a very, very important job within the family group.
Where's the baby one?
There.
Keeps an eye out, and if any predators do come, he'll give out a little call.
You see
And it has
him?
a different call depending on what type of threat it is. So if it was a lion, for instance,
Right in front of
lions
you
don't
there.
actively hunt meerkats, they're a little bit too small for
Yeah, that
them.
little one.
But all the same, they're a very dangerous animal,
Yeah.
and they know that. So the call will be to say, just look out, there is a lion in the area. So they'd just all be on high alert, there's a lion in the area, and if it did get too close, they'd all run and hide in the tunnels. Now, if it was a bird of prey, there's not much these guys can do defence-wise against a bird of prey but hide. So the call would just make them all instantly run and hide in the tunnels. They do dig these tunnels themselves in the wild. They've got very long front claws, good for digging and climbing. Now if it was a large snake, the call would actually make all the adults band together and harass the large snake. It's a dangerous job.
He's telling me about
him. They just get it out of the territory so it's not around at night time when they're all sleeping. So yeah, they just get it out of the territory so it's not around. So the one that was on sentry, if it was a bird of prey or a lion got too close or another large predator got too close, the sentry would be the one. He'd wait around a minute, he'd pop his head out, just check that the coast is clear, then he'd give out if the coast was clear, give out a little call that the coast is clear, and they'd all go back to doing whatever they were doing before the threat came along.
It's so heavy.
Yeah.
So, little Pickle here, when he was first born, another one of the jobs they do is babysit. And some of the females can actually lactate even if it's not them that gave birth to the baby, just to help look after it. This is called altruistic behaviour, and it basically just means they'll go out of their own way to help the family group even if it doesn't benefit themselves.
Again.
Right.
So at first, they were all fighting over him. He
Donkeys again.
Do
was the
you?
only one,
Yeah.
so they all wanted to babysit him.
Oh,
There you go, bud.
Get
You
down.
can also, you might notice that they've got these black patches around their eyes. Now these work very similar to sunglasses. So you can imagine where they come from does get very
No, you have to
bright.
hold my hand.
So they're able to stir up at the bright sky and they're able to see if any birds of prey are actually coming, even if it is really,
Going
really
in
bright.
there.
So they're actually good. They do prefer the hot weather, but they're not too bad in cold. They have got very thick fur. You can see they do camouflage very well against sand as well. But they do spend more time in there in winter underneath that heat lamp. But they do well in cold as well. It can get cold in the Kalahari Desert. So they do well in cold as well. At night time, if there's no cloud coverage in the desert, it does actually get really cold. So these guys are pretty hardy and they'll eat pretty much anything. Here on the farm, we do feed them eggs, fruit and vegetables, usually in the morning. During the day, we will feed them different insects, whether it be mealworms like I'm feeding them now. We also do feed them crickets and locusts. So they'll eat these straight away. If we were to feed them like grapes or something else now, they just dig a little hole and they bury it and save it for later. But they know with insects they've got to eat them or they'll lose them, so they'll eat them straight away. So these mealworms are what we call gut loaded. So because they're not very nutritious on their own, we do actually feed the mealworms fruit and vegetables just to make them more nutritious for the things that eat them. So in the wild, one of the favourite things to eat would actually be scorpions, and these guys are really good at catching scorpions. But as you can imagine, they're quite a dangerous thing to hunt.
I know.
So the adults will actually bite the stinger off the
I
scorpion,
get you some.
and they'll actually teach the babies, which are called kits, how to hunt scorpions without the danger of being stung. But these guys have developed an immunity to scorpion venoms. Whether they're aware of that, we don't know. They've probably been stung a lot over the years and over the years developed immunities to it. They're also immune to certain types of snake venoms. They do hunt small snakes, they'll hunt lizards, small birds if they can catch them, rodents, anything they can get their hands on they'll eat. Opportunistic. So they do very well, they're not endangered at all. There's not a lot of humans live in the Kalahari Desert where they come from, so we don't destroy the habitat. So they do very well. There you go. And in the wild, they will live somewhere around 8 years in the wild. In captivity, they can live 12 to 14 years. Just not as stressful for them in captivity. There's not a lot to worry about here in Bolton, really. Maybe the odd bird of prey, but nothing really to worry about. No lions.
Oh no. It's heavy.
All gone. They will panic if a helicopter comes over. It's one of the scariest things they've ever seen. They all just run and hide in the tunnels as soon as a helicopter comes over. They're used to the animals we have here on the farm, so they're not really scared by them. Obviously we do bring animals past them, like the owls and stuff, and they're all used to them now. They're not scared of them anymore. They know they have these walls, so they're quite safe. So in the wild they'd never be. So this one is what we call the sentry. That's what he's just showing now. So this one, in the wild, unless they were dealing with a predator and it's during the daytime, there'd always be one doing this. And they'll do this for around an hour at a time. There is no order in which they do it. They just all take turns. So once one gets down, another one will just go and take its place.
Watching everything.
Yeah.
Clever, isn't it? Kayla doing that busy job. Making sure everyone's safe.
This one here.
There he is, he's on guard. He's checking that everyone's okay.
Okay guys, so that's just about all I know about meerkats. If you have any